Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and talk about orders of operations today, but we're going to go ahead and be introducing the P in orders of operations. And the P stands for parentheses. So parentheses are important because they tell us what comes first. And I know that sounds obvious because it's the first letter in PEMDAS, but parentheses specifically want you to do whatever operation comes first inside of it. So you could have multiplying in the parentheses, you could have subtracting in the parentheses, you could have adding in the parentheses. So it could potentially change the order of the multiplication, the adding, and the subtracting because the parentheses are around it and it's saying, do this first. Now, if you have, in this case, multiplying in a set of parentheses, that doesn't mean you do all of the multiplying in the problem first. The parentheses are just saying to do that specific part first. Now, if we're looking at this particular problem happens to have two sets of parentheses. Now, when we're dealing with the P parentheses in PEMDAS, and you're dealing with these parentheses, you want to make sure you start with the smallest group of parentheses first, and then expand out. So these parentheses tell us, okay, you need to do this first, but then these black parentheses right here say, okay, you need to do this first, because it's a parenthesis inside the parentheses. So you're going to look at a set of parentheses, and then within the parentheses, you're going to do PEMDAS. And since there's another set of parentheses, you're going to do those ones first. Okay? So we're going to do the 6 times 2 first, which gives me 12. And then I'm just going to go ahead and bring everything else down. Now I want to make sure I keep this set of parentheses so I know that I need to do this next. So with the 6 and the 2 gone, it becoming a 12. Now I'm going to go ahead and I still need to keep doing order of operations within the parentheses. So we got parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, adding, and subtracting. So within the parentheses, I'm going to do 8 times 4 first, not the 4 plus 12 first, because multiplication and division comes before adding and subtracting. So we're going to go ahead and do the multiplying first. We're going to do 8 times 4, which gives me 32. And then we're going to go ahead and bring down this plus 12. And we're still in this set of parentheses. And then we need to bring down everything else. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and continue with this last operation in the set of parentheses. We are going to do 32 add 12. So if we take 32 and we add it to 12, we get 44. So we're going to take this, that gives me 44. Then we're going to bring down everything else. And now we're going to, since there's no longer any parentheses, we are going to go ahead and do 44 plus 8. First, instead of the 8 minus 3 first, because we're always working
Hey,
from the
junior
left.
high, today's the last day of math club. Don't be late.
Sorry about that. We're starting from the left and working our way to the right. So we got 44 plus 8, which gives me 52. And then we can go ahead and subtract the 3. 52 minus 3 is 49. So that gives me a final answer of 49. So remember, when you're doing PEMDAS, start with the innermost set of parentheses first, and then work your way through the problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another example. We're going to do, say, 5 plus 3 times 2 in parentheses, and then we're also going to do add. And let's do divided by 6 times 2, subtract 4. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Now I have 2 different groups of parentheses. The question is, which one am I going to do first? And so, again, whenever you're working with PEMDAS, you're going to want to start at the one on the left and work your way to the right. So even if this one had another set of parentheses inside of it like this, you're still going to want to start with this set of parentheses because it is the furthest set to the left. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this first set first. And we're going to do PEMDAS within this first set of parentheses. I don't have any more parentheses inside of it. I don't have any exponents. I do have multiplying or dividing, which is right here. So we're going to go ahead and do the 3 times 2 first, and then we can go ahead and add the 5. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 5. Go ahead and bring that down. The plus 5 plus 6 gives me 11. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and bring everything else down. Now we can go ahead and do the second set of parentheses. So now that I'm done solving the whole first set of parentheses, I can do the second set of parentheses. And so from here, again, we need to do PEMDAS inside of it, inside the parentheses. I don't have any more parentheses in there. I don't have any exponents. I do have multiplying and dividing, so we're going to do that first. 6 times 2 is 12. Put that in parentheses, then we're going to subtract 4. Do the adding and subtracting next, and then we got 12 minus 4, which is 8. So then bring down this 11. We got 11 divided by 8, which is going to give me a decimal of 1.375. And so that would be my answer. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try one more together, and then I want you to go ahead and try some by yourself. And we're going to see how that goes. Alrighty. So for this one, we are going to go ahead and let's try a problem with just some negatives and some parentheses. So let's do -3 times 4 plus -1 plus, and then we're going to do 3 times 6 plus 4. Alrighty, so we have a decent amount of parentheses. Now, we're looking at PEMDAS, working our way from the right to the left. The question is which set of parentheses are we going to do first? Okay, and so the first set, you're going to want to start at the left and work your way to the right. But do you see how each of these parentheses, this first one and this second one, just have one number inside of it? So since they just have one number inside of it, there's nothing you can really do with it first. So we would actually start over here with this last set of parentheses because it has multiple operations. It has more than one number. But because this just has a -3 and this just has a -1, there's nothing that we can really do with it. Now, if this said -3 times 1 or plus 1 or subtract 10 or whatever it is, then you would do this one first. But because, again, there's just the -3 inside of it, we are going to not do that one first because there's nothing I can do with it. Can't do this one either, so we're going to go ahead and start with this last one. Okay, so if we start with this last one, what are we going to do inside this last one first? Again, PEMDAS. Oops, I forgot the E. Okay, I don't have parentheses within it. I don't have any exponents. I do have multiplying and dividing, so we're going to go ahead and do that first. So we got 3 times 6, which is 18. 3 times 6 is 18, and then we're going to go ahead and plus 4. 18 plus 4 is 22. We can go ahead and bring everything else down. Now, according to PEMDAS, we are all done with those operations in parentheses. We don't have any exponents, so now we're going to look at our multiplying and dividing. Okay, where I'm multiplying, starting to the left, work your way to the right. The furthest place I'm multiplying or dividing is going to be right here. I have -3 times 4. Now, if you remember our positive and negative multiplying and dividing rules, if you have a negative and you're multiplying it by a positive number, that is going to give you a negative answer. So that means that -3 times 4 times 3 is 12, but since the 3 is negative, it's going to be -12. And every time you write a negative number, write it in parentheses because it might create a winky or squinty face. Bring down everything else. And there we go. So now we are here at this point. We don't have any more multiplying and dividing. So now we just have adding and subtracting left. Do we have adding and subtracting? Yes, we do. So again, we're going to start at the left, work our way to the right. Our first problem is negative 12, subtract negative 1. But if you look really closely right here, we got that winky face. Okay, so that winky face means subtraction. It's going to go away. Go sleepy night-night, makes him happy. Or sorry, makes him very sad. So the winky face becomes a subtracting sign. And all of these parentheses go away now. So now I'm just stuck with negative 12. Subtract 1 plus 22 from right here. Still working our way from the left to the right. We are going to start with this first part right here of negative 12, subtract 1. I'm getting further into the negatives because I'm going to the left on the number line. So that means I'm going to be at negative 13. Bring down this plus 22. And the second one right here is positive. I'm going to be going to the right on the number line. So negative 13 plus 22 takes me 13 to get to 0. So then add a little bit more, count to 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Plus 22, that gives me 9. So my answer is 9. There we go. And that's how you do it. So I want you to go ahead and try some of these problems by yourself now.